Hey there, Hofstra fans. Welcome to this week's edition of the W.B. Mason Coaches Report right here on GoHofstra.com. I'm Mike Sullivan, joined this week for the first time by new head coach of Hofstra Women's Lacrosse, Shannon Smith. Coach, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
Let's get started here, Coach. Practice is, of course, underway. What's that been like getting ready for your first game this weekend against New Hampshire?
Definitely. It's been very exciting. The past 3 weeks of preseason, the student athletes have been working extremely hard, and we've been improving day to day on the things that we need to improve on. And this week is game week, so we're going to really start focusing on the things that are going to really help us get a big victory on Saturday.
You came in with a roster here that has a lot of returning players. Just talk about implementing the style of play you want Hofstra lacrosse to be, how that is going, and how the players are reacting to the way you want to coach.
Definitely. The players on the team, they're incredible. They are very competitive, they're athletic, and there's a great deal of talent on this team when I first took the job. So it's been really exciting to work with them and develop their games to make them the best player that they individually can be. And the goal of this team is to get 31 players playing at their highest level, and if we can do that, we're going to have a great team. So it's been very fun implementing the new style that we've been putting in offensively and defensively, and the girls have been really grasping onto the concept. So we're really excited about it.
Bringing 2 new assistants as well. How has that dynamic been, gelling with the coaching staff? How has your chemistry been?
Definitely, the chemistry has been great. We all want the same thing. We want to build a great program here and build a great tradition. And Katie Molly and Katie Hirsch have been doing a fabulous job. They work extremely hard, and they've been doing everything, and we've been meshing extremely well. And it's been a great couple of months here going into season.
Just 1 year ago, you're getting ready to prepare to play for Northwestern. Has that benefited you, just coming off a playing career at a university in terms of your relationship with these players and how you're able to coach them?
Definitely. I think it's made it easier. Everybody brings up the age, and to be honest, I think it's a benefit to us because I understand what they're going through mentally and physically. I'm able to relate to them a little bit more, to the ladies on the team, so that's been very easy. It's different now. Last year I was playing. This year now I'm preparing the team as a coach, and I've taken a lot from what I've learned, where it came from, and things that I want to implement in. And Katie Molly and Katie Hirsch have been doing a great job, and like I said, we're meshing well, so we're really excited to put everything in and go forward into this season and put everything that I've learned from a championship caliber program and bring that here.
Let's start looking at this 2013 edition of the Hofstra Pride. 100% of their offense from a year ago returns. Names like Jen Ward, Britton Altamari, Jill Mayer, they're all back, and a lot of different names, depth players that produced last season. So what are your thoughts about how the offense has been progressing? Are we going to see some of the same things from those players this season?
Definitely, I think you're going to see the same things, but they're going to be way more improved, and that's the exciting part of it. We've been really implementing an offense that the ball is moving fast, and everybody has the capability to score. We want everybody to be a threat on the field and not have only a couple of people who are scoring goals. We want everybody to score goals, and that's talking from our defenders through our midfield all the way up to the attackers. So you're definitely going to see a different offense from what you saw probably last year, and that's exciting, and that's the point of this new coaching staff and this new transition is we're bringing something new here and something exciting.
Draw control is obviously a huge part of the game. Players we saw last season, Jill Mayer, Marianne Miller involved in that aspect of the game. How important is that for you from a coaching perspective in teaching that, and how do you think the team will execute from that angle of the game this season?
Draw controls are huge. Draw controls and ground balls is what wins lacrosse games, and that has definitely been drilled into the team's head since I first got here in September when we first started practicing, and I think the student athletes are doing a great job at adjusting to that. Jill, and you're going to see freshman Rebecca Conto on the draw. We've been practicing and working very hard at it, and that is something that we're going to take pride in, and I especially take pride in it. I took the draw when I was in college as a player, and it's very important. The draw is the biggest thing, and if I can have someone who can really master the draw, we're gonna be okay.
Defensively, also have a couple starters returning there from last year's team, and Jamie Diarco, Abby Wilson, you have a player, and Emily Corsell coming off an injury, and then some freshmen as well expected to be in the mix there. So how would you evaluate how the defense has been playing in practice so far?
Defense has been great. They're definitely going to be the strongest part of our team, and that's something that we've worked on from day one. You can't go anywhere if you don't have a defense, and you can't win a championship without a defense, let alone just a lacrosse game without a defense. So that's been something that we were working on extremely hard with the ladies on the team, and I think Kelsey is going to do great in goal. She's going to step up big, and we're expecting some big things from her. And like you said, we have some experience coming back on the defense, and you're going to see a different defense what we put in this year and what we're going to be implementing. It's going to be high pressure, aggressive defense all over the field, and the girls are very athletic and they're dynamic, so they're adjusting well to it. So you're going to see a lot. You're going to see a lot from our freshmen as well on the defensive end, and a newcomer, April Ionetta, on the defensive end.
You bring up Kelsey Gregerson, replacing Jacqueline Pandolf, the starter here for so many years prior to her. How has she looked getting ready to take over that starter's role, and talk about her preparation for taking over that spot?
Kelsey's been great. Her preparation is very unique, and I'm not going to disturb it because she does what she has to do to be in that cage and to come up with big saves. She was our one person that played very consistent in the fall. She's been very consistent at practices, and I'm very excited. I believe she's going to have a big season for us. And Kelsey's great. She's very athletic in the net. She's very diverse. She can anticipate things. She can clear the ball extremely well. So she offers a lot to our team and what we can do defensively. And Kelsey is definitely ready for the moment, and I'm excited to see how well she progresses this year and in her next couple of years that she has here at Hofstra.
Taking a look at your schedule, starting with the non-conference, you open up, of course, with New Hampshire on Saturday, but some marquee matchups as well, games against Maryland, games against Ohio State. Describe your thoughts on how the non-conference schedule developed and how you think your team will perform in the non-conference this season.
Definitely. I think right now we're just worried on UNH. That's our first game, and that's the only team we're worried about. And we're worried about today's practice and getting better for Tuesday. But overall, on the non-conference schedule, I think our goal is to make the non-conference schedule as hard as it can be, so we're ready for our conference games when it comes to April in the CAA. So our non-conference games are definitely extremely hard, but that's because that's how it's going to prepare us for our CAA and for our conference, which is ultimately the most important. But for right now, we're just focused on UNH, and that's it.
Bring up the CAA. Let's talk about that. In the preseason poll, selected 5th in the conference. This is a team coming off a trip to the CAA tournament a year ago. Of course, Towson and James Madison both have developed really strong programs in this conference. What are your thoughts about coaching the CAA for the first time, and how difficult can this conference be?
Definitely, I think the CAA conference is a very strong conference, like you said, and just being in the lacrosse world and watching their games from a player's perspective, I think Towson and JMU are tremendous programs. They have great coaches. Their kids are very athletic, and they work extremely hard. I think it's exciting to be in the conference that we're in. I'm very excited to be in it, and to me, we just have to work hard, and it doesn't matter what preseason rankings say or what people predict. All we have to do is go out and play hard every single day at practice, every single day at a game, and just worry about what we think and not what other people think.
A couple more questions here before we wrap up. Just first, Saturday against New Hampshire, what's the key to victory to get a win?
I think the key to victory is draw controls and ground balls, especially being the first game, getting the first game jitters out, and playing hard defensively, and just working on everything that we have. But the two keys for me are probably going to be draw controls and ground balls.
Now, Coach, at the end of the season, what's going to be most important? What does your team have to do to return to that CAA tournament and have an opportunity to be playing for the CAA championship?
We have to get better every day. We can't look forward. We have to look at the present, and that's it. We have to get better every day, and everything that we implement in practice, we got to be able to implement in the game when it comes to that time. And getting better every day, believing and trusting the game plan, and I think we'll be in good shape at the end of the season.
The Hofstra Pride women's lacrosse team has their season opener Saturday at 11 against the University of New Hampshire. For head coach Shannon Smith, I'm Mike Sullivan. Thanks for tuning in to the W. Mason Coaches Report.